What's going on today, guys? We have the founder, the CEO, the mind behind a new crypto project called Artemis Vision. His name is Danny, and we are going to grill him with questions. We are going to find out and shake his brain and say, hey, are you a scammer? There's a whole bunch of scams out there in the crypto universe. What are you doing here? Can we trust our hard-earned money and time into you and your project? This is like a crucial AMA for you and I to figure out whether or not what kind of crypto projects are we getting into, because there's so much of them out there. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to 2 Bitcoin while helping as many people to their first. I just recently did it in 6 months, and I know that you could do it much, much faster than me because I just have a little lizard brain, okay? But I'm running with a whole bunch of other cowboys. If you want to join us, hit the subscribe button down below or the saloon. Look, you got to know what I'm doing here because, like I said, this crypto world is full of scammers. The YouTubers are scammers. The developers are scammers. The marketers are scammers. Like everyone is scamming somebody in some fashion. So we need to find like some honest, good, hardworking people. And you know, a lot of people who have like really good ideas. So what I decided to do was I decided to interview them because I get like this belly to belly like gut feeling with people sometimes, and I kind of assume that you do too. You have a good intuition about people. That's why you're watching this video, right? So what I'm doing is I'm interviewing founders and CEOs and developers, and they get to talk about their project with a whole bunch of like flair and insight and wisdom, and I get to be compensated, and I get to ask them whatever question I want, like hardest hitting questions I think right now in the game. And then at the end of it, you and I get the best source of information, better than some website, better than some shill post, better than some YouTube comment. It's the best one because we're talking straight to the mind behind it. And so if you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, we want to really welcome you to the Lizard Brain Podcast, the place where we find the best crypto projects, and we are putting the founder and the CEO of Artemis Vision in the hot seat. Danny, welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here, guys.
Oh, we're excited to have you. Okay, so let's get right into it. I want to know who you are. Before I even want to know about Artemis Vision, let's put that to the side. Danny, who are you? What's your background? What's your origin story coming into crypto?
All right. So, born and raised in New York, graduated with a computer science degree, started mining, developing, web designing, and attended different training courses for web design, and then started mining back when Bitcoin was out. Ended up buying a couple Bitcoins, having Bitcoin back when it was a couple cents. Ended up
Wow.
turning into lots of money, and then decided to go and open up a couple businesses. Still have them in the telecommunication industry, and then realized what NFTs were turning into, and we decided to try to change the game, or what you want to say, the scam world that was going on. But in the time frame that I was web designing, I got the ability to meet a lot of record labels, work with a lot of artists. Um, that built the relationship that I still have to this day with A&Rs and record labels. And one of the biggest hurdles was the reason that we got into NFTs with musicians and not getting compensated for their work. And that's what led us to this project. But my background is United States, born and raised, New York to Maryland, and then soon to be probably close to Cowboy Crypto in Florida one day.
That's right. That's right. Come on
Um,
down to Florida. It's the land of the free down here. Bitcoin
but that
free.
Right. So that's been my background. Always been odd. Always into computers. Back when .com started. So a lot of years. A lot of
So
years. I may look young, but I'm pretty old.
yeah, I'm about to say you look young, man. You're looking good. All that cheap Bitcoin and good business, you know, keeps you young. Okay, so
Correct. Correct.
let me capsulate everything. You're born and raised in New York, headed to Maryland. My family's from New York as well, Farmingdale. And you have a computer design, web design background. You opened up a couple businesses, one of which is telecommunications. But here's what was interesting to me: you developed a network of artists and record labels during this time where you're working with this, and so you're taking their stories and their experiences, and you're seeing the problems that you've personally
Correct.
interacted with these artists and record labels, and you're like, okay, the biggest problem is that they're not being properly compensated because the industry, if no one knows, I know a little bit about this. I did like marketing for a bunch of them. The industry takes percentage after percentage after percentage of the original artist's income, so that they're left with like peanuts compared to what these producers and these record labels are all taking. So you are
Yes.
you're trying to cut out the middlemen, as it were, is what I'm trying to hear. And so
Correct.
you come to this project, to crypto, this project Artemis Vision, seeing like this problem and having a background in successful business, and then you start Artemis Vision. Is that about right?
Correct. I mean, it started with just brainstorming with one of my partners in our telecommunication business, and we decided to maximize on that because it was such a big market that wasn't, no one was actually helping the artists. So a couple of my friends have record labels. I mean, and we've spoken to, I don't know, we had a couple conversations with a couple artists. Like we had, I think it was recently, we had a conversation with Damon Dash and the Jay-Z situation with Rockefeller. So we've been in the industry. We have a lot of big names. So the future is, I see a huge future with Artemis Vision because of that. I mean, we're just not the regular little company. We have big names behind us.
That's awesome to hear. I love, one of the biggest things I look for in a new crypto project is big names that are attached with it. So tell me a
Right.
little bit about Artemis Vision. What's it about? What's it trying to do? How's it trying to, give me the broad strokes here.
Okay. So Artemis Vision is an online social media marketplace for musicians and artists to buy, sell, and mint NFTs in one web app. Um, we've partnered with A&Rs and record labels, as I mentioned, and we also partnered with a lot of charities to be able to take the NFTs, because most of these artists, they want to sell their NFTs to donate them, and that was a big hurdle, and it hasn't been done. You see how Instagram is doing it? You could just grab a feed and then convert that feed to charity. So we're using the same leverage. You pick it on the drop down, and then whatever you sell is going to be converted into fiat and sent to the charity. And since we're a registered company, we can apply proof of that because it's all going to be done through bank transfers. So it makes it a legit process. And the platform will have different features that you can unlock by staking. We're adding Shopify, SoundCloud, so people can market, AdSense to live video streams to market your NFTs. So staking will unlock the features, but to utilize a platform is completely free. And to host an NFT, it'll be completely free. Only when they buy it, it mints it to the main net. So
Okay.
it's a whole social platform, just like Instagram or Facebook. But in those regards, it's going to have the ability to sell NFTs to
So
quantities or auctions.
let me just back up here. I know what an NFT is, but not maybe everyone else knows what an NFT is, or really how it correlates into this spot. A lot of people think like, oh, it's like a JPEG is an NFT. Why is it more than that? And how do you see NFTs with particular a relationship with artists?
So it's funny because this conversation came up last week when I was on vacation. A lot of people don't know what NFTs are. So a
Right.
non-fungible token is you writing it, and like you copywriting anything. It could be a marriage certificate. It could be a sonogram of your kid. It could be anything that's converted into a copyright. The same way a song, it's converted into a copyright, so no one can steal it or take it from you. So it's a form of proof that you're an owner. So that's technically what an NFT is. How it
I
stays
love how
hosted,
simple that is. Like it's a
right?
copyright. It's a proof that
That's
you're
it.
an owner of something. I like that.
I mean, of course, and then there's issues with the sec issues that we have. Because if anything could be an NFT, why can't I sell you, let's say, a portion of my company as an NFT? Why? Because there's regulations, and these are all hurdles that we're experiencing because we're based in the United States and we're a legit company that we're having to. I'm not even supposed to say that now, but we have a big future. We're gonna have the right partners in line that you can sell anything as an NFT. That's the future for us.
Gotcha. So yeah, so you're saying you are looking to use the NFT ability of just showing proof of ownership, copyright, and transferring that ability to artists to make what songs. Um,
Songs, royalties. Like, let's say you own a royalty on a song and you want to transfer it to another owner. Uh, a song, let's say you want to go platinum, like the recent sales. One song sold 1 million times and they became platinum overnight. So one NFT song sold 1 million times for $1, and that was $1 million.
Yeah. Gotcha.
That's an
So if you could
example.
explain to me the problem here, like I know I ran through it just a little bit, but you obviously have much more expertise in it. What happens for an artist to when they're making a song right now and trying to get big and trying to make some money, and then what happens then? And then explain to me like how Artemis solves that problem.
So the song would have to go through the record label, and then the streaming company would pay you pennies on each stream. So you can have a song out and collect, a couple dollars on the stream for the whole month. Meanwhile, if you make that song into an NFT and it sells out 1 million copies in one day, you just made $1 million. And you can still attach royalties to it too. So if that song is resold, you collect royalties on it too.
So is Artemis Vision, how much of the fees are you guys charging to be on the platform for someone? Like if I sold an NFT, right? If I'm making a song called Lizard Brain Song and I
Right.
want to sell that thing, I make 100 NFTs of this song, right? I make 100 copies of this song to be sold. How much does Artemis Vision
Well,
take?
well, the buyer pays the 1.5%.
Okay. So
It's
one
really,
point,
really, really nothing. 1.5% on the sale. And if you're looking at a user buying a song for $1, uh, it depends on the price. But we're talking about, like, before we were buying records and CDs, right?
yep.
Until streaming didn't come out, everything changed. The whole industry changed. So if we're looking at what's the future of the music industry, I believe that we're going to go through a different phase, and the adoption of mainstream and users and the public to adopt to it is what we're trying to make it easy process, because everyone you speak to, they don't know what they're doing. And if we're going to supply the service, we look at Artemis Vision as the white glove service for musicians. How do we get the musician on board and make it real easy for them to convert their creations into NFTs? And that's the reason why we're based in the United States, because we can't be
Mm.
anywhere else to be able to supply that service.
That makes a lot of sense. There's a lot to unpack there. So let me just back up a little bit. You said that basically the artist has to go through a record label. The record label has to go through a streaming company. The streaming
Correct.
company pays them pennies on the
A&Rs.
dollar. The artist pennies on the dollar. So for any player or whatever.
Yeah.
Now the artist can then just come to Artemis Vision, and when they get there, they get treated with the white glove concierge pencil mustache towel
Right.
on my wrist service, and
Correct.
they say, hey, or you guys say, hey, okay, you don't know anything about NFTs, you don't know anything about crypto. It doesn't matter. We're gonna help you step by step of the way and get you on board and get you your first few sales with very quickly. Is that about right?
Correct. Correct. Or we have one of our record label partners fly to them, meet them, because we're normally they're doing concerts or going, but they make their money normally doing concerts. That's their bread and butter. Going to do shows. I mean, that's where they're making all their money. If you're relying on streams to make money, that's not happening.
Gotcha. So let me ask you another thing. I don't know the technical aspect of this, but if someone buys an NFT, how do they play that song?
Well, it's a file that they're going to be able to play on the platform too.
Okay.
So it could be as a link. I mean, no matter what, when you look at an NFT as an IPFS link to a JPEG or to a song, anything could be that link.
So it'll be
You
just
get
an
what I'm saying?
MP3 file or something, and I could play it on my phone or whatever. Like,
Correct. However you want to put it, wherever you want to position it. If you want to grab that file and throw it into iTunes, you could too. I mean, we're
okay.
probably going to be looking into applying a different version of it, but mostly what's going on right now, they're converting them into MP4s, and it'll be like a video song, a looped video
Yeah.
with playing an actual song.
Gotcha. I've been seeing this a lot lately. People have been starting to sell concert tickets as NFTs. Is that a route that you guys were considering or gotten your?
Correct, correct. So we have the video streaming part to our, because we have a partner with video streaming, and they're going to be doing live shows, and this is going to be something you're going to unlock as a feature when you stake. So we'll be having access to any concert for any artist, and then if you buy their exclusive NFT, it comes with access to that live concert,
Gotcha.
which is a
So
pretty
you
cool
got
feature.
video streaming of live concerts. You have concert tickets. Anything else down the pipe of like, get me excited about Artemis Vision. What are you guys waiting to unveil, unlocking? What are the features here that are coming out?
I mean, we're gonna probably be doing the next phase of a live video stream on a decentralized node, which it hasn't really been done to promote NFTs, but really sharing information of partners and the future of what we really see as the future of Artemis Vision. I believe that us we're probably gonna position ourselves to be able to like sell different portions like of companies and even royalties. So our main goal is to have the SEC regulations down packed so we can supply it in a legit form of supporting these artists to sell any form of anything could represent NFT, but how do we do it legally is the biggest hurdle that we have right now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're saying so? I was playing on like the playground right now. You're all the way up in the penthouse because I was thinking like videos, concert tickets, JPEGs. You're saying,
You're saying you asked me what's the future, what's the
yeah,
end
yeah, the
goal?
future. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, I didn't
Yeah,
know, and you take me up into the spaceship right now into the future.
right,
You're saying you're trying to find out a way to NFTize companies and royalties for these artists. What does
correct,
that mean? Royalties? Like in my lizard brain, I'm thinking this person gets paid royalties and someone can buy an NFT representing part of that royalty to themselves and so
correct,
they get paid. Is that what we're talking about here?
correct. Yes, that's what we're talking about. But representation wise, we need the right partner in line for that, and we have already meetings with lawyers, already have the plan, but it's going to be a couple months out.
A
And
couple
funding
months.
it,
This is huge. This is
yeah,
ginormous. This is huge, and this is huge. This is kind of game breaking stuff right here.
yeah. So we're ready. We're prepared to take it down that route, but I believe that the public will decide that. And this has been a big hurdle for us because funding is a big thing, right? And any project that's going to come up and do well, they need to build liquidity. And for us to build liquidity, we have to have a good IDO, a good pre-sale. So this is what we're planning on, for the next couple weeks. That's what we're planning on launching and having a good pre-sale. But we're launching on we're probably doing BNB and Ethereum. I don't think we're going to do Polygon, but we're going to bridge it all together. So we're doing new things. We're calling it new things because
Yeah,
when you do an IDO, you don't support 3 tokens or 2 tokens,
right.
but we're doing it that way. We have a good support when it comes to the IDO platform.
Good, good, good. Yeah, a lot of people get sniped out on IDOs, so I'm glad you have good support. But let me just return back to your project here. Like,
Yes.
can you walk me through how this would practically work? Say, I sing country western songs and I'm getting paid royalties. Tell me how this all works for me as an artist. Like, how you actually envision it, and we could get into the SEC regulations. I don't want to, but I
Yeah,
mean, like,
that's not.
I want the conceptual. I want how does this play out in a roadmap?
So currently, there's songs that are out and they have royalties already, right?
Yeah,
We have partners that's already doing that. They're buying and selling royalties on current songs. And they have the system, they have the platform, but they're not converting it into NFTs and converting it into portions of NFTs. So let's say 3 people wanted to buy royalties and they wanted to keep those royalties and keep collecting money. I mean, it's us adapting the royalty to an NFT,
is
and
is a
then
royalty then just like a piece of paper or something? Like what? Like I don't understand. Like
so
say
so back in the days, it was a piece of paper written, and that's all it was.
okay,
And that's before we're talking about back, for example, when Rockefeller Records was out. That's how they did it. It was a piece of paper they wrote. Um,
hmm.
so it's just that. It's just
Yeah,
proof of ownership. and splitting it and then doing it legally, because you need to have a broker representing it. And it's a big deal. It's huge, but how do you do it right?
Right.
And that's where we're at.
Well,
And we
I like that because if you said like, oh, this was so easy to do, blah 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 blah, that it's kind of silly to think that. You know what I mean? I'm glad that
yeah,
you're facing this. Hey, this is how do we do this exactly? Airtight, legally binding stuff. Like I want this so that people can come to this platform with confidence because we've already been through the legal battles for you. And so artists could come to this platform with confidence, saying, "Yeah, this is how you could buy and sell your royalties, make more money on it, and X, Y, Z." So I love it. I love it. So, walk me through the process of just getting started here. If I'm a on two different spots, right? If I'm an artist just starting, what do I do? Like, do I call up Artemis Vid? Do I download your app and then sign up for it and then just upload my first NFT? How does that work?
So the web platform, anyone can get on. It supports Facebook and Google. You just click on Google, put your email, and you're already ready to mint. Once you
Awesome.
get on the platform, you'll go into the plus sign and hit the plus sign, select a photo or select the MP4. We're gonna support GLB files, which are augmented reality files too. We're probably not going to launch that on beta, but we're going to have that as an option too. But you can just select the file, upload it, and then select on chain or off chain, and you could mint it and start collecting money. Select royalties too is going to be an option. If it's an auction, you select auction, or if it's just to sell, you select
Awesome.
sale, and then it posts it and it comes up in the social feed. If you look at the website, it'll show you there. The only difference that you see on the website is we're adding the live videos on top, similar to what Instagram is doing when you want to
Gotcha.
do your live video shows. But when it comes to minting, we're making it super, super easy. You don't have to spend $1 to post anything as an NFT. If it's off chain, it's not charging you. If it's on chain, it'll charge you the 1.5% and it'll charge you any gas fees.
Gotcha. Okay, so it sounds very, very easy to onboard. What if I'm just someone looking for NFTs? Do I just download the app and I just kind of scroll like Instagram and then these things pop up and I'm just able like
Correct.
if a song
Same
pops up,
thing.
can I listen to the song on
Yes.
okay, and then I could
It'll
choose to
it'll
buy it.
it'll play just like a video, but it'll be a song. It could be a GLB file. It'll give you the ability to 3D render it or augmented reality, pop it up right next to you. If you have a phone that supports AR files, it's pretty simple to use. It's gonna be, and then the difference is we have a launch pad too. So for exclusive white glove service, and it comes to NFTs, we're doing a separate NFT launch pad for exclusive launches.
Okay. So what is an exclusive launch? Is that like Lil Wayne comes around and he's like, "Hey, I want to get on this." There's you get the white glove service.
Or if they're launching like let's say Lupe Fiasco did his launch, he had a couple NFTs, he had access to a separate stream video too when they bought the NFTs. So something that needs a separate setup, a one pager, instead of you having to send people to your profile to view your collection or to view your NFTs.
Okay.
This is an exclusive page for them with
So
their own URL.
I love Lupe Fiasco myself. He's one of my favorite artists. Who are what kind of partners do you have here? You said you developed a big network of artists and record labels. What's your net? Can you tell me a little bit about your network?
I can't share the partners, but I can share you that we have a bunch of artists on board already signed, and
Give me a
it,
middle of the road artist. Like not give me not the secret, the top secret. Like we're keeping
I
your
mean
secret.
we have like China Mac, Mariah Lynn, um, Diony 6X, a couple artists from New York, and then the rest of them they're bigger artists. So, and I don't want to talk bad about these current artists, but they're bigger artists, and I can't really share them too much.
Sure.
But we have relationships, so we do know we have relationship with like Lufe Fiasco, all of them. We have relationships with them too. Uh, I mentioned Damon Dash. Yeah, I spoke to him. We were having a conversation last month about the whole situation. I couldn't assist because it was a lot of issues behind it. But yeah, we have a pretty big network from
So
New York all the way to LA.
What is a big network for me? Because this matters a lot. You know what I mean? Like if you're starting off a social platform, it matters. So is a big network like 20 people, 50 people? What is that?
It's probably way higher than that. So we have, you ever heard of Colorworks in New York?
Colorworks. Can't say that I have. What's that?
So that's like Hot 97, DJ Enough,
Okay.
and basically all those relationships. So these are guys I grew up with. JCNY owns Colorworks too. Um, it's a big network of
Okay.
just relationships. So it comes down to my old age, which is building this connection with 30, 40 people, 100 people since my whole time from since 20 to 40. That's been the history behind it. So
Awesome. It
it's
sounds
just
like
a,
it sounds like
yeah,
you not only have a lot of passion, but you have a lot of history
right,
and life into this industry. So
yeah,
yeah, that sounds awesome. So how many have like committed like, yeah, we love Artemis Vision. I know you got relationships with them, but this
correct,
is why you're in the hot seat. You know, this is like the hardest
right.
hitting question. Like how many have like really committed? Like you could say confident, oh yeah, they're all in.
So we have signed up right now. We have 10 artists,
How much?
10,
10. Awesome.
10, and then if you look at their social following, I think I mentioned one that has 1.6 million, and then the rest are around 10 million, 20 million. I think one of them even has higher. But I
Holy
would have,
to
so they have big followings. I mean, once we start dropping them, we can't just do it all at once. We're gonna have to break it down. And
so
I know my partner's gonna look at this video and be like, dude, why are you saying all this?
so you said you had 10 people sign up and each one minimum one of them has 1.6 million, then 10 million, then 5.
Well,
So,
one of them that I just mentioned has 1.6. Mariah Lynn has 1.6 million. I think China Mac has 250,000 in Instagram. They all have
wow.
pretty decent following, and they're good people. And we're gonna do right by them. And I think she has a great future too.
You know what's
Um,
amazing is because these guys will start bringing in their following, and then that's more people. Like I'm a big crypto guy, right? Like I want more people into crypto because I believe like the future financial systems and I mean, musicals, artistic systems will be built off of blockchain. So like I just love to see the crypto industry grow, and anyone who could just jump in, make a little money, make a lot of money for themselves and onboard more people at the same time. I think this is amazing. I think especially if they have like dedicated following, they're going to want those NFTs, like exclusive rights
right.
to them for sure.
Well,
For sure.
this is the avenue that it's going. I believe that's what's gonna make the NFT market evolve.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have that following, it's not gonna adapt new players. Everyone
And
that's there is just doing this meme stuff that's just pissing me off.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me about it. But what's also interesting is that I see people. This is like an option for people to be like very well connected to like some of their favorite artists, right? Like if they buy the royalties to one of their songs or like a CD or something. Like if Kanye West was running a song or Jay-Z was running a song, and I bought the royalties to that, I'm like playing this song wherever I can and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like that's really
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, even if they sold you a song, right? One song that has royalty options, you own the royalties to that song. It's not like you buying a record or a CD a long time ago. You didn't have royalties. You couldn't resell that because they had a
Mhm.
million copies. Now it's just whatever you own. That's whatever's out there, and you own that portion of it. Yeah, so it is to me, it's the future. It's a big deal.
Yeah, 100%. So how far is your platform out then? Like you said, your token hasn't even launched yet. Well, give me a little bit of the roadmap here and how we're going to get there. When is your platform launch? When is your token launch? All of that.
So we've invested a lot of money when it comes to building the platform, our own money. Luckily, we were successful to do that. So our beta version is already out. We've been testing it on testnet. I think we're just doing our Rinkeby right now, but we're gonna get it out. We're trying to get it out this month, coming couple weeks. We were gonna do it at the time of launch, but I don't think it we want to make it
Make it
perfect.
work because I've seen
Right,
a lot
make
of things launch and not work, and it's been a letdown.
Yeah,
So
so
that's smart.
we want to make it fast and make it work. So right now it's running. We have a couple hurdles when it comes to speed. We want to make it compete with the biggest NFT marketplace like Rarible, OpenSea. We want to make it top notch so it runs super fast
Sure.
and everyone's loving it. So it's already out. It's already done. We're right now deploying it to mainnet after we do these final touch ups. And I think the features that we're going to add as it goes would be like the live video stream, applying the
Sure.
APIs to that, and then the staking and unlocking features. But the platform is done. We're hoping that we can hit pre-sale for September 18th. That is the date that my partner has picked. But we're probably gonna do one private seed round for invite only, and then we're gonna do a whitelist round, and then we're gonna do the public IDO round. So how we break it down, we're shooting for September. Of course, the dates and I'll be uploaded to the website and to the Telegram. Just join the Telegram to stay posted. But we're trying to make sure we build enough liquidity so it can support us for the 2 year time frame that we're predicting that we have to dedicate time to building.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, like just hearing you talk, I mean, you could, and if you're watching this video, I mean, you hear Danny talk. He's talking like like he's been through the wars already in
Yeah,
entrepreneurship and business. He has been. I mean, like I'm just hearing you talk. Like we're gonna have multiple rounds. We're gonna have 2 year plan. We're gonna have these. Like it sounds like it doesn't sound like some kid in his like mom's room, mom's house trying to start this out. And you're not. I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying you. It seems like you bring a lot of experience into a proper launch, a proper platform, proper
correct.
networks. It just makes a lot of sense. I love it all. So it seems like September is a big month for you then, right? So
Yeah.
pre-sale, launch, all that kind of stuff. September. So this is very timely, guys. If you're watching, this is September 1st that you're watching. You did say this. You said you invested a lot of your own money. How much of your own blood, sweat, tears, money have you put into this?
I can't. I really can't. My partner asked me the same thing. I can't put a price on time, right?
Right.
So if you see a lot of, we had to do most of the work in house to save, right? So dedicated time on developing, designing, and I can't put it. I do everything. You know what I mean? I can do video editing. I can do web design. I can do HTML. I can do JavaScript. So if I'm gonna if I can't put a price on that, right? So that's why it's easier for us to say, hey, we need an update on the website. Yeah, Daniel, do it. If we don't have developers, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But I need to learn how to split myself into, so I have a mindset of developing, but now my role has switched. So I need to split time and money wise. I mean, you can say we've thrown a pretty decent amount of money, and we're gonna keep throwing. So I don't want to put a number on it, but it could be close to like 100 grand already.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's a lot. So this is not some, I'm not going to bail on it easy
Oh
type
no.
of project.
I mean, we wouldn't be a registered company if you look us up. We're a registered company in Maryland, an INC. So our goal for the future is, I mean, if we have a close CPA, the
Yeah, this
future
is good.
is we're going to be a legitimate company and
That's
stock
good.
shares, right?
How much time have you guys? When did you start developing this project? You said it started in like a brainstorming session in your telecommunications
Correct.
company, but like when did you start really getting the ball rolling, and how much time has passed since then?
Since February,
February. Okay.
January, February. We were brainstorming prior, but I think we deployed the smart contract for our token in February.
Okay. So it's been in the works for a while. In crypto,
Right.
that's an eternity. But you guys move fast. It seems like.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean,
One thing
I
you
would
mentioned
say
here is very interesting. I saw your eyes like reflect on the wisdom that you've gained. You said that I have I'm everything right now, and I came from the developer's side, and now I'm facing the challenge of learning to split myself here, or trying to shift my target or my goal. What is the most challenging thing about starting Artemis Vision that you're currently hitting right now?
the biggest challenge.
Yeah, like for you personally, like what's your struggle? What's your biggest challenge right now?
I would say probably splitting myself from the developing part to just leading. Uh, and it's not that I want to let someone else lead. I feel that if things are gonna get done right, I have to have the final say and review. Like if I'm not there with the development team and saying, "Hey, we need this, we need that," it's just a mess. So you need to know these things. Like you need it to be a good CEO. I believe you need to have some sort of a background and know what you're doing and be able to do it if you have to. If
Yeah, 100%.
not, then you should. The project is just not going to have anyone there to support it if something is not working. So I
Yep.
see a lot of these projects launch, and then I see them on videos sometimes talking. I'm like, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. So I mean, and that's how I look at it. And a lot of people don't see it that way, but I do. Cool, I'm the CEO, but I'd rather be behind the computer all day, and I'm okay with that.
Right,
So
right.
that's what I'm trying to separate. Trying to just
Because
separate
because the mission
that
is
of it.
bigger than you. The
Correct.
company is bigger than you. So I see you
Yeah.
have that in your goal. How big is your team then?
So currently we have three full stack developers. We have community managers, rec labels, CPA, advisors. So we have a total of like 10 people on the team right now.
Awesome, awesome. Good size, good size. Nimble and small and fast. That's good.
Yeah.
Um, so with regards to like holding, I've got a bunch of different questions here. How much do you guys plan to hold of the token yourself?
For development, for the team.
Yeah, team holdings, team wallets.
So team wallets are split for the team is only 200,000.
Out of
10 million.
okay, okay.
So 10 million in circulation is going to be 5,750,000. We positioned it this way. We don't have that many tokens in circulation because we wanted to even our token price to the dollar. So
Hmm.
that's why we're at 10, 10 million. And when we launch, you're going to see that our token price on pre-sale, it's not going to be a penny token. It'll probably be around 40, 50 cents if you get it in pre-sale. But we predict that the price once it hits the DEX on Uniswap, it'll probably be like $1. I mean,
Wow,
over $1. If you look at the
wow.
token economics and the circulating supply, just by the circulating supply of that, you can tell um, if you look
You're
at
almost
these
looking
things
at it
all the time.
with 2.5x right off the bat here, and then I mean from there, based on the company, based on like what you got, up from there. Um,
Correct.
One other question here: how do you mentioned OpenSea, right? And you know how you're trying to differentiate. Could you really like string out how you are different from OpenSea or any other like Rarible or any other of these NFT marketplaces?
Well, they're based on just a marketplace. So we're a social platform, direct message, social feed.
Okay.
It's totally different because we're a social platform. But the difference is that I mean, we're here. We're actual people. I never see anyone possibly being able to contact OpenSea or Raritable
Yeah. Yeah.
for anything. So that's going to be one of our biggest difference. And then the whole situation we're trying to do virtual reality for profiles. That's going to be a phase that we're trying to make your personal collection into a metaverse studio. So any artwork you post there will show up on your virtual reality room that we're going to try to implement to each profile too.
That's really interesting. I really like that you said that because one of my biggest hangups on NFTs was like, why buy some? Like, if I buy a piece of art, I want to display it. I want people to know that I spent money and I have this. And so that was always one of my biggest hangups. But you're saying we're trying to solve that and say, hey, we're going to give you a virtual room for you to
Right.
display. And that's why when you said AR and VR, virtual reality, augmented reality, that really piqued my interest. And so it looks like you've got a lot of stuff like down the pipe. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Yeah.
so this is the next stage of development, next one. So it's only going up, which is amazing. There's so much here that you guys, I mean, that's why you said 2 years, right? There's so much
Correct.
here. Amazing.
Right.
So
We're gonna put it in that roadmap. Can you hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, I could hear you. I could hear you.
All right.
So
My
Danny,
headphones.
is there anything we haven't covered? It seems like we covered the whole array here, but if there is there anything that you haven't covered that you're like, oh, I want to bring this up?
I mean, it's so much that we already went through. I think that I'm hoping I didn't leave anything out when it came down to the platform and our token and everything with the breakdown. And I think we covered most of it.
I think we covered some stuff
Um,
that you probably aren't allowed
yeah,
to cover.
right. I think I'm gonna get some heat after this this video,
Oh,
but
it's gonna be good, dude. It's gonna be
uh,
good. This is amazing. Thank you so much for honoring me with that trust and everything. I really appreciate it, guys. If you're watching this video right now, I'd like to just take a second to address you. Look, it's very rare that we come across legit business people who have a track record, who have experience running a business, let alone crypto. This man is buying Bitcoin at cents, at pennies. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to buy Bitcoin at here, like $60,000. It's $50,000, and so
hey,
not.
I, I don't know if you got into Shiba, but I got into Shiba, man. Made a lot of money off that one too.
Yeah, yeah. Shiba made a lot of people a lot of money. Made me a
Yeah,
little bit of money, but made
yeah.
a lot of
So
people a lot of money. So
right,
not only are we dealing with an individual here in Danny who has experience in the music industry and in entrepreneurship and in crypto, and he's bringing all that to the table to a point in Artemis Vision. I really like this project. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. You know me, I give my honest opinion. I'm interested in this, and I'm going to talk to Danny after this video, see what we could, let me get me in that invite list. You know what I'm saying? Let me in the club, right? Right. I'm trying to
for
trying
sure.
to get in there. But I really appreciate you, Danny. I'm going to ask you one last question here, but before we do, here's the question: why should we invest in you? I've already made my pitch of why I think I want to invest in you. But if someone's watching right now, at the very end of this video, they made it and they haven't really quite made that decision, can you please tell that person why they should be investing in you? One, before you answer that, check the description down below. Of course, Danny's going to give you his answer, but do your own research. Right? I'm not a
Right.
financial advisor. We're not financial advisors. We're cowboys out here. Okay, so do the research, visit their website. It's an updated website. It looks great, looks clean and fresh. And do the research on Danny. Like he's fully doxing himself. He's not hiding anything. And so, yeah, this is not my money. This is your money. You have to make the best decisions for you. So, Danny, please tell us why, one last ditch effort, why should we be investing in Artemis Project and why should we be investing in you?
I believe we should be getting investors or everyone to invest in us because we're a legit company. And if you want to see this industry actually evolve, it's been a hurdle for us to actually get even platforms to believe in us because of all the crap that's out there and all that mess. But if you don't invest in actual projects, and the future of crypto is done.
Yeah.
And that's how I look at it. We're a legit company trying to do actual good things for the future of NFTs and have a huge future ahead of us. But if we don't get the people to back us, we can't move forward.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need everybody to believe in us and actually give us their support.
Awesome. Awesome. Danny, thanks for being here. If you're watching this video, thanks so much for watching to the end of here. Guys, don't overthink things. Just pick some good, solid foundational projects early and invest, okay? And if it's Artemis Vision for you, you got to do your own research for that. Don't overthink this, guys. Just have a little lizard brain, gorilla arms, and diamond hands. Cowboys ride together and we're riding to the moon. Danny, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you for having me.
See you guys.
All right, bye.